We're about to start page 6, I think. I think it's page 6. I might have to readjust my camera. There we go, that's good. So this page is done with tones and everything. And just this afternoon, I drew this page. This is where Alkabetz is introduced. He is the wizard. I even wrote dialogue, got all those boxes in. I think I think the big panel in the back is okay, but these little vignettes have some problems. Although I really like the size that I was going with. Maybe that's good right there. Let's try and get as close as possible to where we were. And then same thing here. You know, my tendency is to draw to fit the space, and then I think about, oh, you know, you forgot to leave room for the speech bubbles. So there's my room for the speech bubbles. All right. So we want to show the wizard to be this impressive character. This is Alkabetz. Structure-wise, in the story, Alkabetz is going to leave with the package. But on the next page, after this one, we want to explain who the retrievers are, and then we're going to see. This will give us. We want to give up the details on that character in the first 3 pages, which is Flora, and who she was. What's significant about her? I'm going to call this Inky. And I had a margin layer on here, but I took it back off. I like it better without it. But here's the deal. I'm going to delete that. I do want... Well, I do want a panels layer. Rename panels. Panels is... I've got a note to self. I want to catch Sideburns' stream today. He's using Page Assist and Procreate to do his roughs, and I'm really curious how he's doing that, because I know what Drawing Assist is. That's where you make the lines that snap to the ruler grids. But that's not what he's doing. He's talking about something else entirely. I always thought Page Assist was just something that you used for animation. But it makes sense. It's a Page Assist. So I make each page individually. I mean, I use one base page, and then I duplicate it, and then I have this one's which I call a shim. You can see how this one's slightly larger. This is what gets posted to Instagram. So it's the right dimensions for Instagram. Oh, nothing gets cut off. But I still have to maintain these, because eventually, you know, we're making this for print. We're gonna have PDFs. Oof, there we go. So we want to make sure it's all, you know, sane. Sanity check. All right. I was talking to somebody at work, and I don't know if this is a compliment or not. That was someone who I think is younger than me, and they're like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, I gave my age, and he didn't believe me. He thought I was like way younger. Which I had to chuckle at that. All right. Now, I think it's only fair that we do the back panel first, which means these silhouettes. I'm a little worried about him. One way I can get him right is over here in panels, on the panels border. If I take white and I do flood fill into the panels, there we go, good. I can take the panels and put it like right here. Wait, let's take my pencil art, put it right there. And that way when I ink over it, the ink will go behind the panels. Technically, it'll go behind the pencil drawing too, but the pencil drawing isn't going to last forever. Now, I'm a little worried because I made these silhouettes with like a marker brush. Let's try the studio pen. I don't know if I like that because you can see the I think you can see like the grit and grain of the marker pen here, or can you? I'm looking at it now, it might be that's just I need a new screen protector on this computer, that's what it is. I have one. When you buy them, they come in little, sometimes they give you two at a time, and I still have one. I was looking at a really interesting technique that I plan on trying out soon, maybe as early as today. Let's see. And it's a silhouette design technique where you don't start with a black silhouette. See, that's the mistake I made when I was looking at silhouette techniques, is to start with a black silhouette. I mean, if you're digital, I guess you could start with a black silhouette, but I'd rather suggest to start with like a light color, maybe a gray, and then you throw a black line on top to do details, and you throw maybe a white highlight layer on top. And you can do it with like a Posca pen or something like that. All right, is the studio pen still? Okay. I don't know how distinctive this owl character is because from behind you can't see his beak. Hoping that I've captured enough in his silhouette. Silhouettes are so important. Okay, so he's a little bit more broad-shouldered than his friend Balin here. But also shorter. All right, let's take the pencils off for a second. So we're pretty close to what we're going to get. We're getting close to that Mickey rat look. It's fairly close. Let me switch to the technical pen for a bit. How about the Gasinki ink one for when to get some sharper feather ends. really good resource if you want to use this. Silhouettes are not a time-saving technique. I've seen a lot of people use them as like, oh, I couldn't draw it, or I was too lazy to draw it. Somebody was powdering out. Um, they're a really cool compositional element. So this, in this case, the reason they're dark is because Alkabetz's appearance, he's going to be like a magical, like there's light. In fact, we could even really, on the right layer, we could even kind of do a highlight layer. Let's take the pencil back out for a second. Yeah, I don't think it came out good. That wasn't the worst. I'm going to switch this out for the technical pen. That's a little bit better. Okay, so let's do this. Let's redo this sleeve. So Perseus is wearing chainmail. The other thing I noticed as I'm writing this, and this is I think can happen to anyone, is I'd envisioned this to be Perseus' story, but the more sympathetic character is definitely Balin right now. And I feel bad about that because, like, my original draft of this, um, I was going to have Balin try to open the package to impress everyone. Like, he was going to be that shallow of a guy, and a bad thing was going to happen to him that would have basically killed him off. But I didn't end up doing that. And when you see well, you're going to see more about these two characters. I see it now as a story about these two characters together, and any other characters I might kind of bring in. Eventually, Falora has to be part of it as well. And there's probably a bard character with a magic flute, but I haven't figured out who he is really yet. Like, I kind of had him. It's from another idea I had, and then I thought, okay, well, I'll use that later. But now to put him in this sort of animal universe is new. But he would be perfect as one of the either a new character that they meet or one of the retrievers. Reverse feathering. With this. All right. No, I'll start with him. Okay. Let's go back into my rusty nib pens. Fountain inker. He's not that easy to ink actually. When he uses his magic, this character, his name is Alkabetz. He's a wizard. Um, one of the rules of magic for this world is the more you use magic, the more dangerous it becomes and starts to warp you into your physical appearance, become more unworldly after a while, which doesn't bode well for Balin because he's an apprentice magic user. And the other thing I want to do with him, despite his immense, powerful reputation, I'm going to give him the Mother Goose buckle on there. I know. I like that Mother Goose buckle on the hat. I was going to give him this arcane looking cloak, but I'm going to have it kind of torn up with some patches on it. Well, not there. What over here? I have a little cloak pin. I think it works like this, actually. And then the sleeves kind of come out from behind. But the other thing is he's levitating. So we'll see him off the ground. I don't know if I did a good job with the shadow. What am I doing? Oh, what is Peter doing? Okay, here we go. How about that? So yeah, this whole page may not even take that long. It's only one big picture. So maybe that's what I should really be doing. Is really taking my time to make it impressive. Right, here's the well, let's make some raggedy things. I had in my mind that Alkabetz doesn't go anywhere unless he's levitating. He just levitates his way through life. He carries around his staff of the Archwizard +2 or something. All right. How about this end? Now, one of the things I also want to do is we're going to put runes along this part of his cloak. Then, well, let me get some reference for runes. I'm going to do some Elven Futhark or something. I don't know what kind of runes we're going to put on there. Wait, Espruar. Espruar is Elven. Espruar Runes. What do they look like? Espruar. The Espruar alphabet. Oh, they're real pretty. I don't know if I can make these. Well, let's definitely put his. We'll put his name. Oh, it'll be like an Easter egg. Yeah, it's a tough one. Ooh, okay. Oh, wait. What'd you do? There's supposed to be a mark there. All right. When I was in the military, I was a linguist uh, in Chinese, and that's why I can write Espruar Runes. But I better make them the right size. Okay. All right. Like, why is these two runes cannot be the... I gotta make them different. Hang on. AR. once again. And somebody will translate this for me and tell me I did it wrong. All right, how's that look so far? If we throw this down, let's take out our pencils for a second. Cool. It looks backlit, right? That's kind of what we were going for. All right. Of course, we have the tones in our arsenal that we can pull that out and make them look even cooler. All right, I'm going to do some eerie magic smoke here. And then we're going to call it we'll call it a day for what it is. Wait, I put his buckle on here, right? I want him to have that Mother Goose buckle on his hat. And maybe the rest of his magic staff. So our trick here, if you were playing along at home and want to see some comic writing ideas, our trick here is, this is page 6. So when you're looking at this facing page, that's page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then when we turn page 6, it'll be on that backside. So it'll be like a reveal. It'll be like a page flip kind of thing, and it'll be a surprise. And it is the moment when everything goes from mundane to magical. It's the first time we see something obviously magical happen. And my idea here also is that I want there to be all kinds of magical things in this book, in this story. But you want to mix it with just enough mundane stuff and humor to keep everything grounded. And if you do it right, you get a really nice storytelling vibe out of it. All right. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. This page will get finished at some point. I'll be working on comics every day. Every day. All right. Keep it up.